mean, I've been too nervous to fly since the pando. Like,
Yeah.
health
I'll say,
wise.
yeah, like the air crud is a thing. You'll get the crud. You
Yeah.
definitely get the crud.
Yeah. And it's just like the thing is I'll talk to 100 people in bars a night at least. And I'll expose myself a lot that way, but I take public transport and like I was looking at my pedometer, I didn't realize that it times how often you're on a bus, and somehow it can tell the difference between a bus and a car. Um, which I guess makes sense. Buses stop, cars don't. And it's usually in charge of my route. It's seeing my route too. So, but anyway, I was looking at the pedometer and it was like, you traveled 90 miles last month on the bus.
Sure. That's a lot.
Yeah, yeah. So I always mask up. I have like a clear mask, clear plastic mask I use. Um, so it's comfortable. I can, like it's not like my nose is funny, so um, it pushes up against the mask in a really uncomfortable way. So, but yeah, no, the plastic mask is great, and they're easy to carry around, and like you can just wash them like they're dishes. So, people who don't like masks really like them. They don't want to fight with me about wearing one. They're like, oh, that. Like somehow I'm more trustworthy because you can see my mouth.
That helps people a lot. I think a lot of people did have an issue with not being able to see people's faces.
It
I
was
was
weird.
I'm not one of those people. I'm like, don't nobody want to see everybody's ugly ass. And some people look better with the mask. Go and cup your little ugly ass mouth up. You don't need to see all that. And then I found myself in a position where I kept falling for not falling for people, but we'll say almost engaging people who had masks. And they take the mask off, and then they have more face than I thought. If that makes sense.
Yes, yes, that totally makes sense. Yes.
That wasn't what I thought was under that mask.
Yes! That's actually a good, that's such a good metaphor for dating anyway.
Well, cartoons they don't show anymore, but they will always be the one with the Matahari lady with the little thing over
Yeah,
her face.
yeah.
And whoever be trying to kiss her, and they finally get it off, and she had a wolf mouth.
Yes!
Oh, shit.
Yes!
Yeah, that happens.
Yes! I think you're right. I think part of the reason the boomers got upset is because they could still remember that cartoon.
I think that was part of it. That was the example that they used.
Yeah. And it is true, but it's also a metaphor for all of our relationships.
I agree with that.
You fall for somebody while they're wearing a mask, they take the mask off, and you're like, ooh, I didn't know that's what was under there.
Yeah,
and you gotta decide.
That's relationships in general, and then shit. I wear as much of my crazy on my shoulder as I can, or as much of what I need to unmask on my shoulder as I can.